Operation Get the Brz boosted again is in full effect. We're picking up where we left off last night. We're attaching the wastegate, getting everything ready to go. Our oil pan dried overnight and looks very nice. Everything looks good. The gasket is all sealed and there's nothing you can really look at it to make sure it's okay, but it looks good. So while they're doing that, I was over here picking apart the pieces that came with the JDL kit. Now, my kit didn't come with instructions, so I'm kind of referencing this older instruction kit on how to do it, but it comes with a parts bag and a parts catalog. Everything is very detailed with the labeling, which actually makes it pretty easy. Now, I don't have the best understanding of how the turbo kits work and all that stuff, but I have a pretty general understanding from doing the 2JZ. Now, that was a little bit different because the 2JZ has turbo on it, so it already has some of the ports and the vacuum lines and all that stuff all set up. And now with this not being boosted from the factory, there's some things that we're tapping into, like PVC and stuff that Evan's gonna help me with a little bit later today. I'm kind of walking myself through it. Put on this fitting, this AN connects here, and then with our oil pan that we put on yesterday, I had the oil bung already welded onto it. So I don't know which way it clocks yet. I'm assuming it's probably like this. We'll put that on here, and then once we find out the way it's supposed to sit, this probably goes somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet, but we will figure it out soon.
Calvin can't reach, he's too short.
Come on, mate.
You can't fucking reach. You're gonna attack. I just told you, I can't reach.
Oh.
Gotta thread that. Out of all the header installs we've done, which I think we've done this probably like four different headers, I've never had a header just go on that easy.
That just popped on.
JDL, that's good fitment. I'll give you that. That was, wow. I said, I hate doing this. Never fits. Boom.
Okay, you can.
All right, so we might need to like reclock the wastegate. Sorry, Cal, we're gonna detour from the vlog a little bit. All right, boys.
What are you doing?
Lately, my shoe game has been on point.
You did not.
I've been in the Vans game lately. I've splurred, got a little shoe cams on the IGs. If you're not following my Instagram, you should be following me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram here. My boy, Houston, Nija, my boy. I met him once at a Cars and Coffee actually, years and years ago. His new shoes came out and he just released a color that your boy had to pick up.
You bought?
The new Nijas? Yeah, damn, supporting my boy. Nija, hit me up.
He doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who you are.
We're Monster Brothers.
I don't. Just because you drink Monsters, I don't think he knows who you are. And the way you're opening this box is really fucking annoying. Open it.
It's like a kid on Christmas, Kev.
Correctly. Damn, he really loves those colors, doesn't he?
Oh, man! What? Oh, I'm gonna do a tray flip, Kev.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna... Vans, I'm sorry. I'm taking you off for this one. I haven't got my name on these ones, Kev.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. I have those. Oh, I think you gotta return those, dude. Hey!
That concludes the skateboarding segment of this video.
You can't just like.
Oh, it does change your voice.
It changes it a lot. Oh. Hey, bitch. Hey, baby. Come over here and give me some of that suck. I got the cooler one.
Hey, don't touch that. That doesn't do shit.
Are you sure?
That makes
sounds like it. Sounds good to me.
It makes a little bit of a difference. That was a good horn, Kev. It was kind of loud. All right, so with the manifold mounted, we're gonna put this down pipe to over pipe on because this is where our turbo will sit. So before we like actually tighten everything down, we wanna make sure everything is clocked appropriately. So can I get a hand over here, Cal?
I'm trying to get my own hands.
Damn.
This is me.
Your turn. I haven't even hold my means
You
yet.
already held it.
Let me get a light in here.
Ooh, I gotta do it. Ooh, it's too big. It doesn't fit.
It doesn't. See, that's huge.
Well, we need to get the oil cooler out of the way.
Yeah, you need to remove that.
And this and we need to put the new belt on first.
The shroud is.
And the shroud's like really hot.
Oh, that's melting. That's melting proximity.
Shroud?
Yeah, the shroud's like in
PUBG?
the way. Shut the fuck up.
The shroud's like in the way. So we need to get rid of that.
You sneezing? You okay? Bless you.
Alright, let's remove the...
I hear you, Kevin.
Is it on all the way? Can I see?
It shouldn't be.
Oh, we just put this on without having the belt on. God damn it. No, I don't believe it's on. It's not clocked right. Yeah, take it off and then let me hold it like that. Yeah. We have it loosely mounted at the moment. because the downpipe is really loose and the header is really loose, there's a lot of play, but
the headers aren't loose.
The headers aren't all the way tight though.
They're not all the way tight, but they have no play anymore.
Oh shit, okay. Our scare right now is how close this is sitting. Like the hot side is touching the plastic. That's immediately gonna get blown apart. I believe I'm the first person to run this size turbo with this setup, which is why I think we're having this clearance issue right here. Probably might have to order some new fans because this obviously won't work. We're gonna need to get some slim fans. So gonna have to look into that, and I don't know how this is supposed to be clocked quite yet, but yeah, it's tough putting a big turbo in this car. They don't really fit too well. So after doing some digging on the internet and talking to some of the guys at Delicious Tuning, shout out to Zach, we're gonna upgrade these fans and get rid of the shroud. So I think for right now, I'm gonna ditch the shroud and fan, take this stuff off. I'm gonna leave the radiator on at the moment because I think that can still work. I may potentially need to maybe have Eric come in and maybe push it forward if necessary, just to create a little bit more room. But with that hot side being right there, and even with this, and I didn't even mention this, but this is ceramic coated, it's still gonna get super hot and it's gonna melt everything. And we do not want that. So my goal for today is changing. I'm gonna try to hard mount everything just without the shroud and fans, and order some slim fans immediately and overnight them so we can get going on this as soon as possible.
Stay away from the hole, Kevin.
Get your veiny hands out of here.
I'm just vascular. Why is that funny? I'm just vascular. I'm just juiced and blessed with my genes. I know, I can't see with your fucking vascular arms in my lap.
Oh, there it goes, it's off.
Don't make fun of my vascular arms, bro. That's what.
Is it in yet? Yep, it's in. Oh, we know.
He looks like a fucking bandit with his
Take
beanie.
the fucking dick tip off, man. Looks like the tip of a condom on your head. Like you leave a little bubble.
Why do I have to?
Yeah, you gotta leave the bubble or else you burst through it.
That's what they say, right?
Where's the 10?
Yeah, the instructions say.
10 what? 10.
The 10 what?
The 10.
Dude, come on, man.
You can't twist it by hand, bitch.
Wet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't smell it yet.
Can you do it or can you
doing
please?
it. I'm doing it. Is it on?
Oh my god. Is it on though?
Yes.
It's on. It's not a 10.
Crisis.
He's gonna sit there. He's just gonna stand there.
Oh.
Very good, damn it.
Dude, that smelled terrible.
On a scale of yours to Dustin, how?
Dude, can you fucking tighten
I mean,
this?
it's not as bad as Dustin's, but knowing it's coming from your little butthole, it just makes it worse.
I think you should mock up this. Like, put this in there.
Oh, look, you modify that bracket, so it will sit. Oh, I understand now, Now, they gave riv nuts for this too. So that's how that will go. So the turbo, I guess, whatever, should go something like that.
We should put a jack in.
I'm doing a really bad job at showing this right now, but it's taken Calvin and I a couple conversations to figure out where everything goes. I will say these clamps are nice when they're on, but when these are off and you have to try and get them to sit perfectly is a bitch and a half. Right now we're figuring out the mounting setup for the intercooler. There's this mounting piece on the bottom and there's 2 screws for this bottom plate right here, but we're not exactly sure where that goes in. You'd initially think it would go in that middle core support right here, but there's no 2 holes, so maybe we have to drill holes. I'm not quite sure, but to start, we're gonna mock it up where we know it goes and test fit the front piece part that connects onto this upper support brace above the radiator. There's one.
Do you want to work on getting this off?
Is that off?
It's been a while since you've seen us last.
Wait, this needs to come off.
We are
Which one did you cut, Cal?
very close.
Are we using this hose or that hose?
I marked the line and I cut where the line.
It's this hose.
It's pretty sure it's that
Cal,
hose.
was it the long one or the short?
I'm pretty sure it's that hose.
So that's on the wrong one.
Man. This one's way too.
Yeah.
No, this can't be.
As you can see, we're struggling trying to figure out how to find a place for these coolant lines to cool the turbo. So the idea is we took it from the throttle body coolant.
This is on the wrong hose.
The BRZ comes with
That's right.
Before we button this all up, I wanted to show the ingenious routing that was done. Kind of sketchy, maybe, but if anybody thinks it's sketchy, it was all Quinn's fault.
It's perfect.
No, but actually, we were having a hard time like figuring out where we wanted the coolant lines to go on the turbo because it was all like awkward in every way we were looking at it, like bowed out to the front. And to be honest, like we want this to look as clean as possible, especially with this like front mount turbo. Like you don't see it that often. So a combination of Calvin's brain and Quinn's brain kind of figured out to run it through the belt, which initially looks kind of scary, but there's tons of clearance, and actually we have more space away from the belts going in between them than we do routing around them, which is what we were initially doing. So it looks kind of sketchy, but if anyone else is doing this new JDL kit and wants a little piece of advice, this is what we did. And I think Calvin's just gonna put a zip tie right there.
So the icing on the cupcake, Teach. So the problem is we have nowhere to zip tie these so that they don't jiggle. But if we zip tie them to each other, this one is pulling this way and this one is pulling that way. So if you zip tie them together, they'll just hold each other in place and they won't move.
And also the PCV, which shout out to Quinn for giving me a big lesson on that. The line that is needed to be created for the turbo kit, it's already done for us because the Edelbrock kit used it as well, and we're literally reusing the Edelbrock hose that fits right into the intake right here. So we're just gonna pull this nozzle off and like plug the hose into the inlet on the pipe for the intake, and that's done. And Calvin already put our T in for our blow-off valve in the brake booster, so that's already fitted. So we're gonna run that all the way to the blow-off valve, and that's done. And then we have our wastegates that we still need to do. But I didn't think about this, and I guess the JDL kit didn't come with it. We don't have a boost controller, so that's gonna have to be ordered tonight. Once the boost controller is here, we can route those two vacuum lines somewhere over here to the boost controller, and all of that's done. What we have next to do is we're gonna put the intake manifold back on, and then we're gonna just put the pipes back on loosely and try to hang the intercooler, and probably call it a day for now, because I need to order that boost controller. Can't really do much more. We can't even start the car without that, so that's our stopping point as of today. And for those that are curious that haven't even talked about it, I don't have any gauges yet for the car, and I wasn't running any when I was on the supercharger, mainly just because I was running constant boost levels. It wasn't ever changing, so there wasn't really the biggest necessity for like a boost gauge or anything like that. But for this, I'm gonna get a boost gauge, wideband, and probably like an oil temp gauge. That was a lot of information, but that's our update. All right, this is gonna be the stopping point for today. The intercooler still isn't in its final resting place, but I need to drill the mounting holes underneath on that tab all the way down there. But everything else, motor-wise and hose-wise, should be good, other than the blow-off valve and the wastegate vacuum lines. But this is a good stopping point. I'm satisfied. It looks awesome. We're making progress. And that's all Calvin wrote. And Quinn. And Emily.
He's your plumber. He's fixing your pipes.
Just some good bead.
Just a good bead.
And I'm feeling